You know, Dennis McNamara is really somebody that should be emulated. When it comes to the integrity that one brings to the practice, I think one of the hardest things in the world one has to do is be a criminal defense lawyer and keep that integrity. Tremendously professional guy. I mean, I've known Dennis, he's been practicing for almost as long as I have, although he looks a good deal younger. And in all the years that I've known Dennis, I've never known him to be anything but professional appearance. I've never known him to be anything but prepared in a courtroom. Even when I was on a bench, you know, the guy was always respectful. He was always there when he was supposed to be, and he always represented his clients with a good deal of dignity.
This past year, the Columbus Bar Association was confronted with two situations which posed a tremendous hazard to clients who had made arrangements for representation with criminal defense matters in which the lawyer suddenly was not going to be available to represent them, nor was there a strong likelihood that they would be able to receive a refund of the monies that the clients had paid in order to hire counsel, so they were not in a position to easily find replacement counsel based upon the unavailability of counsel. The first one everybody knows about. In that situation, we looked together with the staff at the CBA as to what we could do in order to make sure that those clients were going to get the best representation we could in the circumstances. Dennis was a former member of the Columbus Bar Association Ethics Committee and came to mind because we were looking for someone, obviously, who had extensive criminal defense experience. We asked him if he would help us take care of this problem. Dennis, without another word, stepped in, took over approximately 50 to 60 pending matters, and went out to find some way to get these people counsel, to get them their money back if he could, make sure that their files got to the right place, and to make sure that everyone found counsel in time to effectuate a defense.
I did not really know Dennis McNamara other than by name and reputation and maybe to say hi until last fall when a colleague, a lawyer here in town, became extremely ill, went into a coma, stayed in a coma for days and then weeks and a very long recovery period, and his wife was very concerned about what to do with his practice. He had an active criminal practice, and we needed somebody to help, frankly. Dennis stepped up to the plate like you wouldn't believe. He took on those cases so that they didn't get distributed out to other lawyers, so that if my friend recovered, he'd have practice to go back to. He took care of the clients, took care of the court, got all the cases up to speed, handled them, did not charge a nickel for that from the family, and really went above and beyond the call of service, I thought, and frankly made me proud to be a lawyer.
So pleased that Dennis is receiving the Professionalism Award. I've known Dennis for the over 30 years that I've been practicing law. I've had the opportunity as prosecutor to work with him as a defense attorney, and now as judge when he comes in as a defense attorney. Always the consummate professional, always prepared with his cases, never questioning his integrity.
I think it's also particularly true with Dennis that unlike some people, he does none of what he does for the publicity he gets or the notoriety.
Dennis's selection as the recipient of the Professionalism Award is well-deserved and an example that all lawyers ought to take with respect to how to practice law in any situation.
I also know this is not the first time Dennis has stepped up to the plate when a lawyer became unable to practice, and he has voluntarily taken over the work, stepped in, made sure the clients were taken care of, and made sure the court dockets were all met and stuff. And I know that there's not a lot of benefit to him, and I just think it's really admirable that he does that without seeking any recognition for it.
So I'm just so happy, so pleased that this award is being given to Dennis today. He absolutely deserves it.